Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Tony Picks Morning Show. I'm Tony T with you here every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Different live free picks for today's card. And on today's show, we're going to have picks here from the NBA, college basketball, as well as NHL. And of course, at the end of the show, we'll have our Parlay Peripheral segment. So make sure you stay tuned for that. And with here every day, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. So make sure you like and subscribe, set those notifications so you get that notification when we're live. So you get those picks right away. And of course, first thing to do is give that thumbs up. You really help us build up our audience. So we greatly appreciate that. Now we'll meet the cappers and then get right to the show because we don't mess around here on the Tony Picks Morning Show. Let's say hello to Rod. Rod, what's happening?
Not too much, Tony. One of those days. It was a slightly losing day yesterday for me. So still having a good year, having a good run in the college basketball. So those days happen. Sometimes the ball just doesn't bounce your way. Looking at Saturday's slate, I love it. I've got 6 plays in already and looking forward to it. NBA, I'm going to stay far away from that junk. Sorry about that. Bruised. How do you? That 76ers game, man. What a crazy game. The 76ers looked like they had it early and were cruising and rolling along, and then all of a sudden they looked like they were giving it up, and then they get the cover late. It was like, this game? I think I lost more hair over here from that game. It was like, man, what am I doing betting on Indy? Never again.
Another missed cover for Indiana on the road. They've been horrid covering on the road.
They had the game all locked up, and then I don't know what they were doing in the last couple of minutes. That was just a disaster there.
Absolutely.
The Nuggets, I think they're still scoring points with the Lakers G League.
Those G Leaguers, a lot of guys, they can score, they can't defend. And if you decide not to show up on defense, you show up not to if you don't show up on defense, you are going to have trouble covering against G League.
Oh,
G
yeah.
Leaguers.
They can run. Run.
They're going to run, and that's all they do is they just try to put. That's why they're not in the NBA because they can't play defense. That's really
that's what it is.
Yeah.
No end of game etiquette. They fire to the end. I mean, threes last second down 17. It doesn't matter. Yeah.
Stat padding. They got to get those stats. They got to have the stats for contract. You need a 10-day contract, man. We need to stay in the league.
I was waiting for the let up, right? And it was like, where's the let up? Well, how come there's no let up here? Look at them go. I was like, I'm screwed. Turn the game off.
Oh, if you watch that Cal Baptist game, that was the most disgusting game I've ever seen. One of the most disgusting. Filing down 17 with 2 seconds, or down, with 2 seconds left, you call a timeout. Down 8 points. I mean, I don't know if there's going to drop an 8-point play. You got to wonder about these guys. Enough of that. Let's get on over. Let's get on over to Al. What's happening?
Doing pretty good. Finally had my bounce back day, so went 3-1 in the NBA, just 1-1 in college basketball. But yeah, it felt good to bounce back in the NBA. Definitely needed that. So I'm glad to see it's not all out of whack, and we still got a pretty good look.
It's out of whack. The Suns got a big win. Come on.
Well, that was a schedule. That was a schedule. That was a schedule. That was a scheduling win.
I know it was the one I had, so it was the one win I had.
Yeah.
In the NBA yesterday. I'll take it.
That will too. Let's say hello here to Solo. Solo, what's happening?
All right, what's going on, everybody? Happy Saturday. Hope y'all enjoying your weekend. We started slow yesterday. I think we started like 0-5, and then I think we won the last 5. So we paid a little juice at the end. Played a huge card yesterday, broke even, paid a little juice, but it's all good. Nice little card today. We're going to narrow it down, fire some shots. Let's get to it.
Yeah, let's get to it indeed. Yeah, I had juiced out again. I made a best bet my college basketball game. I should have made the NBA game because at the end of the day, I felt that was the strongest game of the entire game on the board was that Phoenix Suns game. The schedule gives you wins in the NBA, and Sacramento back-to-back playing their 4th game in 6 days. That one there was a scheduling win. I'm not going to really give. I'm not going to give. Oh my God, UCLA and no show there.
The whiskey.
The Pac-12 teams got slaughtered. They went to the slaughterhouse there. The Pac-12 teams in the Big Ten. Oregon goes out. Say goodbye to UCLA. Might be an early exit there for the UCLA. We'll see how the matchups shape up. Sometimes it can be the other way when these teams go into the tournament.
That UCLA game was over in like 30 seconds.
Oh yeah, you saw right away. You saw right away. We got the bad UCLA. There's a good UCLA. Bad UCLA. There's just that one was the bad one. I mean, it's just nothing. It's just these guys had nothing at all against that whiskey team. Just pounded them. All right. Yeah, there was a disgusting UCLA showing there.
Oh, it was gross.
I guess a lot of you guys must be on the West Coast because we're not seeing any of the people talking about that Cal Baptist game. You got to be on. If you're on the West Coast and saw that, you couldn't. It's unbelievable the way that coach for Cal Baptist called a timeout. up 8, down 8 with 2 seconds up, calls a timeout, and then fouls, and then Grand Canyon gets 2 free throws and covers and goes over. That was incredible there.
Somebody made a call and said, "Hey,
game's not over."
Foul him. Come on,
Oh yeah, foul him, yeah,
exactly. Foul him with nothing. It's meaningless. Just foul him. It's like
foul him, put him on. Yeah, it was just incredible there. All right, let's get to the NBA guys on this card for tonight. Looks like we've got the 8-game card. We start now with Celtics Nets. Celtics going to be like 10.5, 215.5 the total. Thunder and Pistons. Here we got the Thunder 5.5 on the road, total 234.5. Bulls and Rockets. The Rockets 8.5, total 231. We'll take a look at the injury report here for this series of games here. Of course, these are all subject to change throughout the day. There are some back-to-backs today, as you would expect on the Saturday games, including Celtics. So Celtics list shows Brown and Porzingis questionable. On the Brooklyn side, we got Claxton, Clowney, Cam Thomas, and Watford out for Brooklyn. In the game between the Thunder and the Pistons, we've got Holmgren, Mitchell, Jalen Williams, the good one, out for OKC. Wiggins questionable, Dukas probable. Jaden Ivey still out with that broken leg. And then in the Bulls and Rockets, we've got Lonzo Ball out, Giddey doubtful, White probable. Shepard and Amin Thompson are out here for Houston. So we got you covered there with the injuries in the first block. We start with Rod.
And that first one, Boston and the Nets. I'm going to take the over, what is it, 215.5. Look at the last game. We scored well into the 240s. That one. Oh, wait, actually it hit 250 in that one. And you listen to a whole pile of guys on Brooklyn that are out. And as we know, them G Leaguers just keep running. Run. No defense played there. Give me the over, Boston and the Nets. And then looking at which one did you go to? You went OKC, Detroit.
We went OKC, Detroit, and then we had Bulls, Rockets.
Bulls, Rockets. Looking at the Bulls and the Rockets, I think it's too many points there in that one. I'll grab the 8.5 with the Bulls there. What they've been doing, 4-1 in their last 5, 4-1 against the number. I know the Rockets have been rolling too. Should be a pretty good game. Should kind of lean to the over as well, the 230.5. But give me the Bulls plus the 8.5 there. Kick out on the Rockets. I think it's a 6-point win for the Rockets in that one.
There from Rod on over to El Ninos.
Unless they call a timeout down 7.
You never know. Be careful there.
But I'll agree with Rod here. I think it's a few too many points. I will take the Bulls. And I also look at them plus 5 in the first half. Also tempted to look at the Nets Celtics game, but I'm gonna wait on some injury reports for depending on if I want to take the Celtics in the first quarter or the Nets in the first half. As of right now, I'll just wait on that injury report. But yeah, I like the Bulls in the first half here, getting plus 5.
Yeah, from Alaninos. Next up, we move on over to Solo.
Boston and Brooklyn, like you say, huge injury card here. Kind of got to wait and see what really happens right now, but I'm probably leaning toward the over 215. Boston going to get up and down, shoot some threes. I think that's just too low. OKC and Detroit, I actually think these teams going to get up and down at the same time. I realize this is their first matchup this year, so I think we'll get a lot of Cade and SGA going back and forth. I think they'll put on a show. Let's take this total over. And I like what I'm seeing from the Rockets right now. I know the Bulls are hot, but I think I'm going to lay with the Rockets. Van Fleet is back. Offense starting to click. I'm down with Houston.
Yeah, from Solo, I'll tell you what I think about these games. Let's go ugly dogs for me here. I like Brooklyn here plus the points. Brooklyn has shown some competitiveness here. They are 11-7 to the spread with rest advantage. Remember, Boston is on a back-to-back with rest advantage, 7-10 to the spread for the Celtics. We look at the Boston on the road here, just averaging 109 points per 100 possessions over the past 3 on the road. The Nets have been defending pretty well here. I'll look for them in this spot plus the points. In this OKC Detroit game, I'm just going to take OKC in this one. Looking at this Thunder team, boy, they're shooting the ball really well right now, defending. They covered 16 of 23 against the East. I'll look at them in that spot. And then in that Bulls, I'm going to take the Bulls. The Bulls have covered 9 of 11 since the All-Star break. I know they're getting some point production, but the Rockets are in a back-to-back in this spot. Bulls are 8-6 to spread with rest advantage. Rockets 5-9-1 the spread in back-to-back games. The Bulls past 5 games shooting 42%. Holding teams just 44%, shooting 30% from 3. I like the form the Bulls have been in since the All-Star break, so we'll take the Bulls in that spot. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Six Morning Show, guys. We're giving you our free picks right now. But if you're looking for our best plays, our premium plays, take a visit over to our site over at TonySpicks.com. And there you'll find our best bets as well as all of our premiums for sale for today's big card from college basketball, NBA as well. Hockey's on the board as well. So you'll be able to check it out right now. You can see many of our cappers on our show right now are on our leaderboard. As you'll see here, really good performances here. So get on board with our long-term passing ride up. Having good. El Nino's doing well. Solo up there as well. Check us out here on TonySpicks.com. Get signed up. 1 day passes here are all profit guaranteed, meaning they must turn a profit or amount purchase will be credit back to your account for site credits. That's profit guarantee. Our best bets are locked and loaded here for the card on Saturday. All right, let's get back to the picks here on the Tony Six Morning Show. Next games will be from the NBA. We've got the Pacers and Bucks. We've got the Bucks 5.5 total 235. Heat and Grizzlies 7.5 total 227. The ABC game tonight. Knicks and Warriors. The Warriors 6.5 total 228. We'll take a peek at the injury report here to see who is in. Indiana looks like a clean injury report for Indiana, but they are in a back-to-back. That is always subject to change there because we've seen Halliburton banged up. We've seen, Mathurin has been banged up over the past couple of weeks. We'll see what they look like, but right now it's clean. On the Bucks side, Portis out, Smith questionable, Porter, Lillard, Giannis are probable in that game. In the Miami and Memphis game, we've got Jovic out, Burks questionable, Aldama and Poland out for Memphis. Knicks and the Warriors here. We've got Hagporty and Brunson still out, Wright questionable, Podziemski out for Golden State. So you're caught up with the injuries in this block. We move on over to Rod.
Yeah, looking at this block, I'll take the Heat plus the 8. Both those teams in the back-to-back, but Memphis looks broken. Definitely looks broken. Does Memphis? I don't know what's wrong, but yikes. Maybe 4-1 straight up, but not covering numbers, that's for sure. Heat, same thing. They're not looking so good either, but getting 8? Memphis not covering 8. I'll take the Heat plus the 8 in that matchup. And then the Bucks only laying 5.5. Okay, I'll take that there too. I think the Bucks win by 10. Pacers, he almost lost to the 76ers, man. Seriously. The G League unit almost beat you. There's another team that's looking broken. Pacers not covering anything. 2 and 3 in their last 5. Definitely maybe dealing with some injuries. Halliburton definitely not at 100% as well. And you think I like the Bucks there in that spot. They rolled the Pacers in that one.
There from Rod. Move on over to Al.
Yeah, I like the Bucks as well. Take them -1.5 first quarter. I kind of like the Grizzlies -2 in the first quarter as well, but I agree. I definitely don't trust them laying the 8 full game. I would lean actually Heat full game, but I like a -2 in the first quarter, and I like the Warriors first quarter as well, -2.
From El Nino's, move on over to Solo.
Pacers and Bucks. It's their fourth meeting this season. 2 of the games went over. The only game 2 of the games went under. The only one that went over was when they were playing in the Cup Series. You know, Cup Series was all about points, so they ran it up. I think Milwaukee will be motivated. Obviously, that last-second debacle they had last week, I think they'll come and play a little defense. Let's take this total under. Miami and Memphis, just not really feeling Memphis. You know, we've been talking about them for, I don't know, feels like a month now. I'm sure at some point they'll figure it out, but we can't lay 7.5, 8 with Memphis right now. Just sign up with Miami. I know they're on the road, but, you know, they'll find a way to sneak in the back door. And then New York and Golden State, ABC, Steph Curry, primetime game, sign me up with the Warriors -7.5. I'm sorry, -6.5.
There from Solo. All right, I'll tell you what I think about these games here. Yeah, I trust at least the Heat right now. Since moving Butler, they've just looked pathetic. I just in this game, I just look for the Grizzlies just to outscore the Heat. That's about it because the Grizzlies can't put up points at home, and I think the competition's a little lighter here. They've been playing some tougher teams. They ran into the Cavaliers yesterday, but this Heat team looks dead to me. They really do. They look at all very good. Grizzlies have been covering against losing teams, 12-8 to the spread at home against these losing teams. And at least Memphis at home, you're getting 49% shooting, averaging 124 points a game. I'll look at them in that spot. Yeah, I agree with the Bucks there against Indiana, back-to-back here for Indiana. The Pacers are 2-7-1 to the spread in back-to-back games. They have failed to cover 8 of their past 9 on the road. And the Pacers defense in terrible form right now. Bucks are shooting the ball well here over their past 3, 51% shooting, 41% from 3. They just pounded the Lakers by 20 last time out. So look at them in that spot. What else we've got here? Yeah, this is like a chalk block for me. This is the tall chalk block. I like the Warriors in this one here against the Knicks. The Knicks 1-6 of the spread on the road as a dog of 3.5 to 9.5 points this season. They're not in really good shooting form. That's dangerous because this Warriors team is really lit up, has really gotten hot with Butler in the lineup. It looked like a completely different team over the past 50% shooting, 42% from three. It's a long road. Yes, the Knicks are still on the road. It's been a long road trip. A lot of hotel food, as Rod would say, for this Knicks team. Seems like they've been on the road for a couple of weeks now. But anyway, we'll look at the Warriors in that spot. All right, let's continue here on the 26 Morning Show as we close out the NBA with these final two games. Pelicans and Spurs. We've got the you know how bad it's going for the Spurs when the Pelicans are 4-point favorites on the road. My God,
5 now, yeah.
5. Oh my goodness, yeah, Pinnacle's got 5. Folks, Pinnacle and Bookmaker are at 5. At Chris are at 5. Wow. Wizards and Nuggets. We got the Nuggets here 12.5, total 239. But if you're a penny leaner, you should Pinnacle at 11.5 there. The Nuggets there. So let's take a look at the injury report here for these games. In the contest between the Pelicans and Spurs, we got Boston out. Missy there, questionable. Count Basie is questionable there for the Spurs, but we know De'Aaron Fox broke his pinky. I know he's out for the season. In case you didn't know that, yep, he's broken pinky out for the year. So Fox and Wemby out for the season there. Wizards and Nuggets. I don't know what's gotten in the Wizards, but anyway, Bay and Brogdon are out. Strother out for Denver, but Denver on it back-to-back. This is all subject to change. Again, got to keep your eyes open with these teams on back-to-backs. As Rod says, these guys may report to the arena with something sore. You just never know. It's in the NBA. We move on over to Rod.
It is the NBA, and it's for that reason, I'm going to take the Washington Wizards on the money line. I think they outright Denver there today. It's worth a shot. You look, this is the Denver Nuggets' 7th game in 11 nights. It may be a back-to-back spot as well. 7 games in 11 nights. That's going to kick any team's butt, even the Denver Nuggets being at home here. You can grab the points if you want, but I'm going to sprinkle on the money line there. I think they got a great shot to outright Denver in that matchup. And then the Spurs and the Pelicans, just take the over. Do you trust the Pelicans to cover 5 on the road? And then I don't. They haven't been good on the road. 9 covers in 32 games this season on the road for the Pelicans. So you're trying to catch a falling knife with the Pelicans, trying to get that cover of 5 now. That line's went way too far for me to trust the Pelicans there. But I do trust the over because we know the Spurs played 0 defense, and we could easily cruise into the 240s there in that matchup.
Yeah, from Ron, move on over to Al.
Yeah, I kind of like that over. But I'll go Pelicans first quarter. They're laying -1.5 now, so and that is -105. But so you can maybe find some -1s there, or just money line them on the first quarter, and then I will take the Wizards +7 in the first half. I don't think all these Nuggets are going to play this game. I think they'll just rest them just because favorable matchup here for them. So I don't think all their stars will need to go. And I do expect at least either Murray or Jokic to sit this one out. And I'll take those 7 points with the Wizards in the first half.
Yeah, from Al Nino, to move on over to Solo.
Pelicans and the Spurs, like they say, Spurs just aren't playing any defense. They're getting up and down. They do probably have the rookie of the year in Castle. He's aggressive on offense. He'll have the ball. I think this game probably gets in the 250s. Let's take this total over. Washington and Denver. I actually think these teams are going to get up and down, too. I know Denver's going to sit some bodies, but maybe we'll just see a lot of backups. So, they'll come in there, they'll fire shots, they'll foul, they'll scratch crawl, do a little bit of everything to mess this game up, extend it, and push this total over 239.5.
Yeah, from Solo, say what I think about these games here. Yeah, I like the over in the Spurs and this Pelicans team. This Spurs defense is in a horrible form here over the past 5, giving up 52% shooting, but they are hitting their shots, and the Pelicans they can score. Pelicans can score too. These are 2 teams that just can't defend with a lick there. So I look there for the over in that one. Wizards and Nuggets. When the Wizards have rest, you can trust them to score points. That's what I've learned with this one. When Wizards are on back-to-back, they're trash, total trash. But in situations with rest, you can trust them. So I'll take them here plus the points. Denver's defense is in terrible form right now. Over their past 5, getting up almost 50% shooting, 40% from 3. With rest advantage, the Wizards are 10-7 to the spread this season. And they're actually in pretty good defensive form right now. So we'll take Washington there at plus the points. All right, let's continue here on the 26 Morning Show. We got you through the NBA, and now it's time to take a look at the college basketball. A lot of championship games here. We'll do the 4 time slots. We'll give these games the proper respect that they are title games. So let's roll here. We'll start in the first block. We'll cover the games at nooners and include the 3 Eastern games. So that will be Princeton, Yale, Maine, Bryant, Chicago, Virginia, Commonwealth, Wisconsin, Michigan State, Tennessee, and Auburn there. And we've got, let's see where we're going to stop it there. The last will be the 2 Eastern, I should have said. That's the last game. So 2 Eastern will be the Dartmouth-Cornell game. So in block 1, we go from 11 Eastern and then include the games at, I'm sorry, I think we include the 3 Eastern. Yeah, we're going to include the games at 2 Eastern here. Include the games at 2 Eastern in this block. We'll go over to Rod.
2 Eastern. All righty. This first slate of games, I'm looking at, I like Yale here. Some people are betting up Princeton just because of what happened last year. I think Princeton upset Yale in the same spot last season. Not this season. Yale will be ready to go and not going to take Princeton lightly there in that one. Yale by 10 plus. I'll lay the 7.5 there with Yale. Another one I'm looking at is give me the over between where's Tennessee and Auburn. You look, normally these 2 teams play a whole lot of defense, but I think the offense is kicking into gear, and at 140.5 now is where it's popped up to. I think we get plenty enough to get us over that 140.5 between those 2. And then another one I'm looking at here in this time spot is, so that one's at 3. Nope, that's good in that time spot. Just the 1.
And there from Rod, move on over to L.
Yeah, I'll look at Tennessee. I'll take them in the first half. They're getting 2.5 points right now, maybe 3. I mean, the 2.5 is just minus 103, so you should be able to find some 3s. I think that should be a very competitive game. I might lean to them full game as well. I like Cornell minus the 3 in the first half. I like yeah, the next things I like are 3:30. Said 2 o'clock cutoff, right?
Yeah, 2 o'clock cutoff. All right.
I don't have much more for these early games.
All right, move on over to Solo.
Princeton and Yale, early start here. I think this game will start slow. It's kind of a high total. I think the offense will pick up in the second half, but I think this total's too high. Let's go under 146.5. And I like VCU to put the smack down on Loyola Chicago.
There we go from Solo. Tell you what I think about these early starts here. I'm going to take Maine, the Black Bears here. Really good shooting form in conference here, plus the points. They've earned pretty good defensive form. 7-4 the spread is a road dog. This will be played on Bryant's home court. We've seen some of these teams on their home courts feel a little bit of the pressure there, in this America East game here. So I'll look at this Maine Black Bear team that forces turnovers and can defend the paint. And I'll look at them here in this one. All right. Also in this block, I'm going to go ahead and take Wisconsin plus the points here against Michigan State. I just like what I saw from this Badgers team. They have covered 4 of 5 on neutral court. 6-3 the spread is a dog. And away from their home court, 46% shooting, covering 11 of 15 there. So I'll look for a real tight contest there. But I think at the end of the day, I'd rather have the points in my pocket here with Wisconsin there. And let's continue here on the 26 Morning Show. As we continue here, we're going to knock them on our Saturday 4 blocks. So in this next block, we cover the games at 3 Eastern, and we include the 5:30 Eastern in this block. So we do, let's see here, we got 3 Eastern, include the 5:30 Eastern games, and that will take us over to. Let's see, that'll probably be we're only going to have 3 blocks then. Let's see here. That's probably all we got here. Let's see. We go to 3 o'clock to 5:30. That's going to cover the bulk of the games here. So let's just do in this block 3 Eastern, and then we'll include the
stop at 7:30. Just do the.
Yeah, let's stop at 7:30. Let's stop at the 7:30. Yeah, we'll knock them into the final two blocks. So we got Tulane, Memphis here, St. Joe's, George Mason, Michigan, Maryland, Alabama, Florida, UAB, North Texas, Arizona, Houston, Boise, Colorado State, Creighton, St. John's, and we stop at Mount St. Mary's and Iona in the Metro Atlantic. So we start this block here with Rod.
First one I'm looking at here is I like Tulane plus the 8.5 here against Memphis. Yeah, look at Memphis. They're good at turning the ball over, and they're good at getting a win. 5-0 straight up, rolling along, but not so great at covering the number. I think 8.5 just too many. I think Tulane can keep it probably 3 or 4 point win for Memphis in that one. So take Tulane plus the points there. And then you're looking at Alabama and Florida. You know what? I think that turns into a track meet. I like the over 175.5 there in that one. No defense being played there. I think both teams probably can get into the 90s. I think that might be looking like an NBA game. First to 100 wins that one between those two. Give me the over 175.5 in that matchup. And then UAB and Texas, man, this is going to be a great game there in that one. But I'm going to take Texas. I like North Texas there. I like what I've seen from them. And just don't trust UAB out on the road on this neutral court site. I think this is one of those ones. North Texas looked unbeatable yesterday. So give me North Texas. I'll lay the 3 there in that one. 6-7 point win there. And then moving on up. Man, I'm excited. I'm going to continue riding with this Boise team. Hey, they got the win yesterday as well. Continue to roll along. I know it's this Colorado State team is looking really good, but I think Boise can get them. So give me Boise State over Colorado State in that matchup. And then give me the that's in this time. Give me the over 141.5 between Creighton and St. John's. I don't think a whole lot of defense is going to be played there. We see Creighton's offense kick it up, but we know St. John's offense can kick it up. Give me the over 141.5 Creighton, St. John's.
All right, move on over to Al.
Yeah, I like George Mason over St. Joe's. I like Michigan to keep it close with Maryland. I know it's not going to be easy. Maryland playing some good ball, but I think they keep it within a possession there. I think that one comes down to the wire. Pretty much same story for UAB here, which I saw a comment about. That line is back up, but you might want to hurry and jump on it as we're losing the best of the number here. Seeing threes and juiced, so definitely 3.5, so gone, and I still would want to get all 3 of those points with them in this game. I did agree on Tulane with Rod, and I believe that wraps it up for this slot.
Yeah, from Alino, it's on over to Solo.
Let's start with Michigan and Maryland. I like the Terps in this one. They're just playing good ball right now. Keith Willard has the team clicking on all cylinders. They got good guards, good bigs. Michigan's also playing well, so this total could go over, so might see some points, but a strong lean toward the Terps. Bama and Florida, I think these teams are going to get up and down, push this total over 174. UAB, North Texas, I'm a light lean on North Texas. I actually might play the under. I think points would be premium in this game. And my last one in this slot, man, number 1 seed, one of the best teams in the country. Houston Cougars are for real. I'm laying it.
They're from Solo. All right, I'll tell you what I think here in this time slot. Let's take a look here. I'm gonna look at Alabama here at laying the points. They're in pretty good form right now. They've covered 5 of their past 6. Alabama really shot the ball well and defended well entering this SEC tournament at 49%, allowing 44%. I like the way they looked against Kentucky last night, so I'll take them in this spot. Let's see. We're looking at this Michigan and Maryland. Yeah, give me the chalk again here. I like Maryland's spot. I like them. I think they're the shot to win this whole tournament coming in. What they've covered, 12 of 15. I'm sorry, we're looking here at Michigan. Michigan has failed to cover 12 of their past 15 regular season games. Maryland, again, really good defensive form here entering the a Big Ten tournament. They've covered 6 of their past 8. This Maryland team, second in defensive efficiency in the conference, defend the 3. They defend the paint very well, and they hit their 3-point shots and their free throws. And the issue with Michigan has been those turnovers. Too many turnovers here with this Michigan team. I can't trust them in a spot like this. I'll look at them here. That one, let's see. We're going to cover the 7:30. That's the ones that I like here in this spot. Let's continue here on the Tony Morning Show as we close out the college basketball here with the games at 7:40 all the way to the late one at 11:40. So we're covering here Miami O and the Akron Zips. Can they zip up Miami O? We'll see.
Zip them up.
Louisville and Duke. Duke here now 5.5 showing up at D King. 6s in some other spots as well. Jacksonville State and Liberty. Boy, that they come back from the dead yesterday. Liberty here laying 6. Total sits at 130.5. The SWAC here, we got Alabama State and Jackson State. We got Jackson State laying 3, total 139.5. Irvine and San Diego. Triton's got the wake-up call and got the win last night. We've got San Diego here laying 6, total 135. And your super late night game tonight, Grand Canyon, Utah Valley. The battles with the 1 and 2 seeds. Grand Canyon 4.5, total 141.5. We start with Rod.
Mute.
You're on mute, Rod.
First one I'm looking at is you look Louisville taking on Duke. Louisville tried to lose that game late. So did Duke. Both those teams collapsed down the stretch in their games yesterday. So what are you getting there today? Louisville plus 6. I don't trust Duke to be covered 6. The way they completely collapsed. This Louisville team, solid basketball team, and they're going to give Duke all they can handle and then some. So no Cooper Flag probably there for Duke as well. So give me Louisville plus the 6. And another one I like here is Mount St. Mary's. You keep disrespecting this squad. Good team there. I don't know that line move again yesterday. It just shot up and gave us more points with Mount St. Mary's. But you're getting over possession with them. They've been solid here. That a lot of people have picked them underdoggies to come and win this tournament. So give me Mount St. Mary's plus the 3.5 in that matchup. And you're right, Liberty almost did cough it up. Liberty. They needed to call themselves for some insurance there because they got bumped and bruised and almost got kicked out. So give me Jacksonville State plus the 6 there to keep it close. And then here's going to be a great game. UC Irvine taking on the Tritons. Remember the Tritons. But laying 6 against the Anteaters? No chance. Give me the Anteaters plus the 6 in that one to keep it close with the Tritons. If anybody can keep it close with the Tritons, the Anteaters can. So I'll take the 6 there in that matchup.
Yeah, Rod, the 5.5 no longer available at DraftKings. They can move over to 6.5 on the Duke side. So they're a big move there. On over to El Ninos.
Hey, I'll take it. I agree with Ron on a couple picks he gave out. I like Louisville with the points here. I agree with everything he said on Mount St. Mary's. I think that should be a great game, but I'll take that 3 points with Mount St. Mary's there. And who knows? Maybe wait on that one. That line might shoot up again. We might get 8 by the time this one tips off. But those are definitely my 2 strongest plays for this slot. Was kind of leaning Utah Valley there. Should be a tough one, but I think they could keep it close. Yeah, definitely like the 2 other players much better than that one.
Yeah, from El Ninos on over to Solo.
Louisville and Duke. I actually think these teams will get up and down. I think they'll, make some shots. I think Louisville is actually live in this one, guys. I know everybody's on Duke, but I agree with the panel. I think Louisville is live. But at the same time, I think we're just going to take this total over. Miami and Ohio and Akron, the motto, zip them up. Last matchup, I want to say Akron beat them by 25 plus. Akron just has good guards. They're going to jump on them early, going to pull away late. Let's lay it with the Zips.
Late there with the Zips. Yeah, Louisville's a team that no one's been respect to. I look at their numbers. I think it's because they've been so bad the past couple of seasons. No one's respected, but this team has put together a monster season this year. I'm going to give Liberty. Liberty learned from lessons from – Liberty's been the class of Conference USA. Jacksonville State, not a very good offensive team in Conference USA. 8th in effective field goal shooting. They got a very favorable scheduling spot. Middle Tennessee was in a horrible spot, playing that double overtime game, having to come back and play an early game after that. That was pretty cruel there. We look at the Flames, our second defensive efficiency in the conference, tops on the offensive side, just too strong there. Flames have covered 14 of 17 away from their home court. I'll take Liberty there. Agree there with Louisville. This Louisville team, they've covered 15 of 22 against the ACC, 12 of 16 away from home. Fantastic shooting form. Entering the tournament, they were hitting 49%, allowing 37% from beyond the arc. Of course, Duke is dealing with the injury to Flag and Brown. They collapsed down the stretch yesterday, right? They had that huge lead and couldn't hold it. It got
and then the ref killed him too with the what you call it, the lane violation.
Yeah. Yep. That was a rough one there. I don't know. Again, when you're missing two players like that, it impacts your depth. And now you have to come back in a back-to-back spot, playing your third game in 3 nights, playing shorthanded. Give me Louisville in that spot.
Yeah, I haven't seen that
Call a
lane
lane
violation.
violation in that
I haven't seen
situation.
that called in
How
so
do you-
long. Yeah, like they do that all the time, and I haven't seen that called in so long. It's crazy. Yeah,
They used to do it in the NBA because it was so
Toronto
obvious.
was gonna win
all
that
the
game.
time.
Yeah, I know. They could have won the game there. It's been so obvious in the NBA. They used to do it too. Back in the Barkley days, I think that's the last time I've seen it called. If I remember correctly there, because Barkley used to cheat. Shaq used to cheat. I remember back in the day. Give me the Tritons. They're just too strong. That second half really impressed me there. How they played last night against the Poly kids. So I'll take San Diego. UC San Diego, really good shooting form. They've covered 15 of 19 in the Big West. You know what? I was gonna, Utah Valley. They're the good Utah team in the Big West, because a lot of them that are bad, like Utah Tech and Southern, some of these other teams we see. But this is a number 1 seed, and they're a number 1 seed for a reason. The WAC, because they're top in offensive efficiency, a good shooting team. They make and they're second on the defensive side there. So I'll look at the Wolverines. They've covered 14 of 4 against the WAC, and really good shooting form here. I'll take the number 1 seed, getting points in this WAC conference tournament. All right, we'll continue here on the 26 Morning Show as we turn our attention over to the NHL for today's card from the hockey, and we'll start here with the matinee games. They give us some games early on here, so we'll start with Golden Knights and Sabres here. We got the Golden Knights $2 favorite here, total 6.5. Devils and Penguins. Here we've got the Devils favorite $1.44, total 6. Capitals and Sharks. We've got the Capitals $2.32, total 6.5. We cover the matinees. We start with Rod.
Yeah, look at these early games. I'm going to take a shot here with Buffalo. I'm just not trusting Vegas here in this spot. Looks like it most likely be Samsonov going here for Vegas in this one against Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. And Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen's look pretty good. And you look at the dog in the last 5 meetings is 4-1 versus these two. So give me a shot here with Buffalo. Vegas did win the last meeting, but before that, it was 3 wins by Buffalo. So I'll take a shot there at the big plus price in that one. And then I'm definitely not taking the Sharks there today. Give me the Washington Capitals. I think they beat them up. You look at the Sharks following a win. Congratulations. They got a win. They don't get back-to-back wins very often. They're 1-9 in day games following a game they get a win. Lead to an under 6.5. I think it's too many goals. Sharks 7-1 to the under versus the Eastern Conference. I think this is about a 4-1 win for Washington. So I'll lay the puck line there with the Capitals over the Sharks in that one.
Yeah, from Ron on over to El Ninos.
Yeah, I agree. The Sharks have played the Capitals well. I believe they've won the last 2 meetings against them, actually, and if I'm not mistaken. But again, tough spot for them. The Capitals playing some excellent hockey right now. So I don't know if I just think they keep their foot on the gas in this one. And again, I would lean Capitals -1.5 there. I like the Golden Knights, though. I would disagree with Rod on that one. The number is getting away from us, though. I like them -1. You could get them much closer to even money on that -1 earlier. Now you got to lay almost -140 for that. So if you want to take the plus money on the -1.5, go ahead. But it's -1 for me. And that's it for these early ones.
From El Ninos on over to Solo. I'm sorry, not Solo. Yes, no skates.
No skates.
No skates. That's right. All right, let's continue here on the 26 Morning Show as we continue on. On this block, we'll cover the 707s. That's Panthers, Canadians. We got the Panthers, $2, total 5.5. Senators and Maple Leafs. Maple Leafs, $1.31, total 6. Hurricanes and Flyers. Hurricanes, $1.71, total 5.5. Lightning and Bruins here. Lightning, $1.75, total 5.5. Rangers and Blue Jackets here. Rangers, $1.30, total 6. We start with Rod.
Yeah, looking at this time spot, give me Ottawa over Toronto. Ottawa's won the last 4 meetings head-to-head versus their same provincial foe. That's definitely a big rivalry. Ottawa versus Toronto. It's going to be a hard-hitting game. They don't like each other. Probably see a few fights going in that one as well. Lean to an under 6, lower scoring one, but give me Ottawa there on the money line. Another one I like here. Columbus has played some pretty good hockey at home, right? Yeah, no, give me the Rangers there in that one. It's just the spot that Columbus versus the Metro, 1-5 in their last 6. I like the Rangers to start stacking some wins. They need to make a push here to get into the playoffs and have a half-decent seed. They are the better squad there in that one. Give me the Rangers. And then give me Carolina on the puck line. This is the second half of back-to-back for Carolina, no matter this Philadelphia squad. Sure, you got to win over Tampa Bay last time out. Congratulations. You're not beating Carolina. Carolina's on a nice little winning streak. They're playing solid defensive hockey like the Jets did last year, holding teams to 2 goals or less. So Flyers be lucky to get 1 goal today. Carolina scores 4 or 5. They cover the puck line in that matchup.
Yeah, from Rod, move on over to El Ninos.
Yeah, I don't mind Carolina there, but it's -1 for me, and not going to be as brave as Rod on that one. I agree on the Rangers as well. Yeah, they've not had the best season, but as you said, they need to start racking up some wins, and I think this is a good spot for them to do just that. And I want to take the Lightning -1. They haven't been playing too well, though. Bruins, yes, they've lost some pieces, but they still got some talent and can be competitive, especially at home. So I might end up taking a shot on the Lightning -1 in that one, though. And I'll disagree with Rod, however, on the Maple Leafs. I know he mentioned their recent history with the Senators, and the Leafs is a team I used to love to fade. Don't get me wrong, but they've been playing some good hockey this season. I gotta respect it at home. I think they're laying a decent number here, so I'll take the Maple Leafs. And again, if you don't want to lay the -130, you can put a little bit on the puck line as well. But as he said, it should be a good one, but I'll take the Maple Leafs.
There from El Ninos. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Simone Show. We'll close out hockey with the 3 games here. Predators and Kings. Kings 2-10 at home. Early start for the Kings here. 2-10, total 5.5. Blues and Wild. We've got in this one, we've got the Blues $1.08, total 5.5. Blackhawks and Canucks. Canucks 235, total 5.5. Back to Rod.
Yeah, looking at definitely, I'm not a fan of this late slate of hockey. I think you're gonna have to go with the Canucks, and because the Blackhawks following a win, they just don't fare so well. They don't stack wins. So, and the Blackhawks, hey, you couldn't even beat the Sharks. Now you're gonna beat the Canucks? Give me the Vancouver Canucks on the puck line there in that one. Another one, Nashville. Second half of a back-to-back here in that one, and you guys couldn't even beat the Ducks, and now you expect to beat the Kings. Not the way the Kings are playing at home. I think this is a blowout. 4-1, Kings win. Take the -2.5. You get a big plus price on the Kings -2.5, because I know there's a plus price on the Kings on the puck line. And we're going to take the super puck line. 4-1, 5-1. Kings win that one.
It's not even a full days of rest because they pushed the start time up 2.5 hours to 8:07 Eastern. These games really go off at 10:30 Eastern, so an earlier start even for Nashville on the back-to-back. On over to El Ninos.
Yeah, I agree. Tough spot there for Nashville, but again, I'm gonna take that safety net. Go Kings -1. You should get them around -140, and yeah, Blackhawks Canucks. Tough one. But I would lean Blackhawks +1.5, but I'm not crazy about it.
There from El Nino. So we got you through the hockey. Now it's time for our parlay purple segment where cappers can give out a parlay, team player prop, degenerate baseball. That'll probably get more attention now as we start to whittle down these college basketball games. Also, they could play it straight because our man Sean always says you can play it straight. So if you prefer play it straight as well, or a game in the future if you can look in the future and find one. Because we don't know who's playing college basketball tomorrow. we don't know yet. So we'll start this one off here with Rob.
All right, we're gonna go with all dogs in basketball. You know what? I said don't lay it with the Spurs and the Pellies on the road because it's just one of those spots. But you know what? Give me the Spurs on the money line. You look at the Pelicans off of a home win or a home blowout loss by 20 or more. 0-11 following a home loss of 20 or more is this Pelicans squad, and then going out on the road after a 20-point blowout loss. 0-5 are the Pelicans out on the road following getting their ass kicked at home. So it doesn't get any better for them on the road. I'm going to take the Spurs and the money line there in that one. It's one of those spots they step up. And then I like Michigan there plus the 4.5 against the Terps. Everybody's riding the Terps. Everybody. Turks riding everybody. Come on, Turks. Come on. Let's get in there. Don't forget about Michigan. Those games have been close this year versus the Terps in that one. It's only a few. You're getting over possession. Yep. Give me Michigan plus the 4.5. And I'm with you. Give me Utah Valley plus the 4.5 there in that one. All doggy. 3-teamer for you. Love
doggy there. From Rod on over to Alninos.
I will go with the Rockets first quarter minus 2.5. I'll go Warriors minus 2 in the first quarter, and I will go Grizzlies minus 2 first quarter.
From Alninos, move on over Solo.
We're going Wizards plus the 12. We're going Alabama money line, and we're going Creighton plus the points.
There from Solo. I'll tell you what I like. I like the over there with the Spurs and the Pelicans. Give me the Maine Black Bears plus the 8.5 at DK right now. And also I'll take Utah Valley there at plus the points there against the Grand Canyon. All right, we got you through the parlay purple segment. Now it's time to see what our cappers have for sale over at Tony'sPicks.com. Heading to a big weekend of action: college basketball, NBA, NHL on the board. Hey, NBA, we're counting down the days for the start of the Major League Baseball season. The players are now in Japan getting ready for that series, so it won't be too long now. But let's take a look and see what Rod's got for sale over at Tony's Picks. Rod has been nailing it right now. He's been having a great year. 2,914 units of profit. Document over at Tony's Picks. Rod, what you got for sale?
And then over at Tony's Picks, I got my 10-star college basketball slam dunk pick of the day. We're on a 15-6 run with it, so you can scoop that up singly. Or I've got a college basketball Saturday 5-pack. You got 5 plays in college basketball. As I said, I got 6 college basketball selections up there ready to roll. Since we went to the NBA, I have 1 NBA I'm going to put in there and a couple in the NHL. So best way to go is long-term. When you get those plays as well. You don't miss out on anything that may become late. If we get some late information on some of these college basketball games, because some of these guys are on the back-to-back, you never know. Same thing. It can happen in the NBA. You get up from playing your college basketball game, and all of a sudden it's like, whoa, my ankle, coach. I don't think I can play today, buddy. It's just one of those spots. So if we get some of that late information, you want to be aboard long-term, because we'll put that play in. You'll get an email directly to you 10 minutes to 2 hours before tip-off. That late steam play is one of those exclusives here at Tony's Picks. I haven't seen it offered anywhere else. So jump aboard long-term here at Tony's Picks on this Saturday. Loaded card. Let's get to it. I'm excited to continue stacking the units in college basketball. So jump aboard. Also, take advantage of that, too, for one capper promotional as well. Can't go wrong with that. Having 2 cappers putting one in your pocket. Great way to spend your Saturday stacking the units with the high cappers here at Tony's Picks.
That's right. Rod has been stacking units. You can see here for the year. Fast 30 days been on fire. So got aboard with Rod over at Tony'sPicks.com. Let's take a look and see what Al Ninos has got going over at Tony's Picks. Al Ninos put together a great year in the NBA. Al, what do you got for sale?
Yeah, I got a 3-pack in the NBA there. And I also have my best bet in college basketball. But yes, as Rod was saying, I expect a couple more plays there. And I think I will get there. No NHL yet, but I think I will get there with at least one play. So look out for that one. And of course, the Steam plays we got over here at Tony'sPicks.com is probably one of the best features you can take advantage of. Get a lot of information late, so you gotta love those plays. And yeah, make sure you check out one of those long-term and or 2-for-1 capper passes.
Absolutely, guys. You got aboard with Al Ninos over at Tony's Picks. Remember, the one-day passes are profit guaranteed. They must turn a profit or amount purchased will be right back to your account for site credits. That's profit guaranteed. Or when you get the long-term passes, those include, they're not profit guaranteed because they're sold at a discount, but they also include late Steam plays. And those late Steam plays are plays that we put in the system late in the betting cycle. We get our member plays in by 11 a.m. Eastern time, but we can continue to handicap for our customers throughout the day and night. And we can put plays in the system between 10 minutes to 2 hours of game time. Those plays are emailed directly to your inbox using the email that you use when you sign up for the service. Late Steam feature. A really good advantage for you there at Tony's Picks for the customers here. I don't see it available on any other site. Late Steam on all long-term subscriptions. So get on board with Al Ninos over at Tony'sPicks.com. Here is looking at here. Let's see here. We got Al Ninos on the board. Here we go.
Break it up.
All right, I'll go ahead and go, Tony. No problem. So I I think I got 6 total plays up. I got a 3-pack in both NBA, 3-pack college basketball. I got a best bet in both sports. Been kind of heating up in that best bet NBA. Struggling overall, to be honest with you. It was a rough little week, but I think we've hit 4 straight best bets NBA, and I think I've hit 3 straight best bets college basketball. So we slowly seeing the board better again. These games are slowing down, so we're gonna zero in, make some money today. So sign up with me short term, long term. Pay me one of the good cappers. Make sure you use that 15% code. You already know. Let's get to the bank.
Let's get to the bank here with Solo over at Tony'sPicks.com. Of course, Solo ready to roll here on the card today. As you can see right now, Solo's got some plays up for you for sale right now at Tony's Picks. Let's see here what we got. Here we go. We got Solo guaranteed the 3-pack up there. NBA got a best bet from college students, been heating up on the best bets there. So get on board with Solo. Remember the promo code TonyT at checkout will save you that 15% off. 2-for-1 capper promotion, so you can match up Solo with any of your favorite cappers here on the 2-for-1. Buy one, get the other 50% off. And then, of course, you just go ahead and select your cappers, your favorite cappers here on the drop down menu. You can match up Solo with any of your other favorite cappers here on the 2-for-1 capper promotion. So go ahead and get on board with Solo over at Tony'sPicks.com. All right. I've got a best bet on the board right now over at Tony's Picks. Also, I've got a 3-pack mixing up a mixed sport with NBA as well as college basketball on that one. So get on board with me. Remember, the long terms are your great value right now when you get on board with me at Tony'sPicks.com. Remember that 1-month all sports pass has you covered for the entire NCAAB tournament as well as NBA. That'll take you right to the play-in round, right? August, April 14th, we'll be starting the play-in round from the NBA. Remember, the NBA ends really quickly here when the NCAA tournament is over with this play-in round now. So that's coming up quickly. Baseball, you'll have at least 2.5 to 3 weeks of baseball because baseball starts on the 18th, 19th. So we're not too far away from first pitch in Japan and then 10 days away from the North American openers. So it's coming right at us, guys. So get on board with us at Tony'sPicks.com. And that promo code TonyT checkout will knock off that 15% off. All right. Let's see what we got here. I want to let everybody know about our YouTube channel. Guys, if anytime you miss a show, you can go to our YouTube channel and check out our show on the archive. I'll show it to you right there at Tony'sPicks.com. Of course, our archive here, just hit the live tab. You'll see our replay of our show. Happy Hour also rests on our live tab. That's our show Monday through Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time with Rod hosting there. So that's where you'll find the archive of our live show. Just hit that live tab on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel. Type Tony's Picks in the search. You'll find us. Also, our videos. We've got a lot of content up there for you on demand. We go a little deeper in the games with college basketball. I've got stuff up there. El Nino's always looking for those 3 underdogs of the day for you. Rod's got the hockey covered for you over at Tony'sPicks.com. David Racy coming in with a parlay from you. David's been red hot. You see him there on our YouTube channel producing content as well. And a lot of the guys up here up on our YouTube channel. Ben coming in with some NBA for you guys. Damian Sosh with some NBA. And, of course, Mills, 13-pack from UFC. He's loaded here for the UFC card today from Vegas. 3-pack parlay for you. So he's got 2 videos for you. He's got the 13-pack and the 3. Mills had a monster UFC card last Saturday. You guys should be watching these videos. Mills does a fantastic job on his rundown. So get on board over on our YouTube channel and check it out. A lot of great content there also on there. Also want to make note of our website. If you're looking there, we also have written content, good writing up there over at Tony'sPicks.com. There, as you'll scroll down and check out let's see if we got the right tab. We got the right tab going. Okay, so you can scroll down and find out our written content there. A lot of free picks here. So check it out there on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel. I'm sorry, Tony's Picks website. There, a lot of free picks in written form. So you guys just click and go ahead and get signed up. Got UFC up there as well, written up for you guys. So check it out there on our website. So we've got a lot going on, a lot of free picks for you guys to check out over on our site. So be sure to give it a look there. We're not just a live show. We got a nice website for you guys to visit. All right. Also, let the guys talk about what they got rolling on. Of course, Rod, you host a happy hour Monday through Friday, but you got a lot of hockey there on the YouTube channel.
Yeah, definitely. If I didn't cover a hockey game on the morning show here today, definitely got you covered on all the games. So you'll be able to find that game archived over at Tony's Picks YouTube channel. Definitely go check it out if you're looking for a specific game in hockey. They're over there for you to watch. And also, definitely Monday to Friday, you want to tune into that happy hour show. We'll get you late information, especially when the MLB's, as Tony alluded to, rolling right back. And what happens is sometimes that pitcher is not announced, but usually by that 5 p.m. Eastern time, we know who's rolling on the mound, and you'll get that information before that first pitch. So tune in to the happy hour 5 p.m. Eastern, Monday to Friday. definitely make that part of your routine because you don't want to miss it. We'll get you some more winners and stack them units for you on the Happy Hour show. Love it.
Yep. On the happy hour, no doubt, guys. A lot of stuff in baseball happens. You think there's a pitching change. No, it's just an opener. They're going to keep the starter. The starter will come in like in the second inning or third inning. So a lot going on in baseball. I think the managers play around with that opener sometimes. They'll put them in there.
Tampa. Thanks, Tampa. Thanks.
Thanks, Tampa.
Yeah, well, they started it. They started the Kings of the bullpen game, as we call it. Where we have a pitcher go we have that opener who starts like, if you can get your opener to go 2 innings, it's like, yeah, we got our opener to get 6 outs. That's the best. And then you get your starter in there.
Is my
they
guy
love
Chris, Flexen still with the Sox? That's my favorite pitcher. Is he still with him?
Flexen is unsigned at last check, or he might have got a minor league contract. Because he was one of those free agents that never got signed. Let me see where Cliff Flexen is. Flexen really.
We paid him.
Yeah, he was him and Corbin. Him and Corbin, I don't think are signed here. Let me see if they're even signed.
Flexen, come on.
It says Cubs, right? Maybe he's with the Cubs. Maybe he signed a minor league contract. Sometimes these ass pitchers, they have to sign. Yeah, he's a minor league contract with the Cubs. So Flexen is in the a minor league contract. And our man, where's Patrick Corbin? He's the other one. Where did he go to? He's another one of those big machines here. Let's see. I don't know if Corbin. I don't see Corbin anywhere. He's unsigned still. So
we'll find some new ones.
Sports Illustrated called Patrick Corbin one of the worst contracts ever in baseball. One of the four worst contracts. Let's see. Patrick Corbin's still looking for a team. He might have to go to Korea. I think
didn't he go to
he might do well there. Sure.
Who?
No, he didn't. Yeah, no, he's still
No, he's
wrong guy.
Yeah.
He's nowhere. No one's picking that guy out.
Corbin's sometimes they draft him for the minors.
Ow!
That's what Verdugo got signed, right?
Or in Korea.
Verdugo, he told us Verdugo got signed to somebody. I forgot where it was. He just got signed. Verdugo. The guy from the Yankees.
Some teams draw some pitchers early. We get some injuries. You never know. He might have a job, so he should still stay warm or not, because you never know what happens early on. All of a sudden, teams start dropping some pitchers. They might get desperate. And
a lot of the Nerfies. Yeah, the Nerfies. The Nerfies come and get ready for the Nerfies with these openers, right? The openers come in. They're looking at the Nerfies there. That they're supposed to be 1 inning specialists. They go out there, retire the side, and make it easier for the starters. But Corbin's still looking for a home. But we found out where Flexen was. He was in the Cubs minor league system. And Verdugo was just picked up by somebody. I just don't remember who it was. Whiskers was telling us that there. But a lot going on there. Of course, El Nino. So you look for those 300 dogs every day on the YouTube channel. You appear here on the Tony Speaks Morning Show. And we can catch you on some of the happy hours.
Yeah, we've been looking at a lot of spreads there with the dogs, but come baseball season, I think you can expect a couple more money lines in there. So if you're more of a plus money kind of guy when you're looking for your dogs, make sure you tune in for baseball season. No, not that I can't go money line on these NBA dogs either, or college basketball, but I do like a value on points in basketball and football better than the 1.5 we get in baseball and hockey. So I do like those spreads better, but expect a lot of value on the money line come baseball season. And
very good.
Hockey.
That's right. Very good. And Solo, we got you here on the morning show, and you make those occasional appearances on the happy hour.
Yeah, I'll be doing the morning show pretty heavy, and I'll be sliding through the happy hour once, twice a week, man. Last minute update, little steam, make some money. Get straight to your front door. Let's make some money.
Let's make money. All right, that's gonna do it for this edition here of the Tony Morning Show. Back again tomorrow here, live at 9:30 a.m. East Side. So guys, tune in. Make sure you like, subscribe, and set those notifications so you're notified when we're live. All right, that's gonna do it. Anybody have anything to say before we close it out?
Thanks for watching. Enjoy the games today. Should be some great ones.
Absolutely, should be some great games today, guys. But we goodbye, guys. You guys making a winning day. We're back tomorrow here on the Tony Morning Show.